So Galadriel of Lothlórien, 3-mana 3/3. Whenever the ring tempts you, you choose. If you chose a creature other than this, you scry 3, and then whenever you scry, you can look at the top. If it's a land, put it into play. So it's kind of like the well, sort of the what is it? The blue-green turtle. I actually can't quite remember how it reads. But you have to like scry to do the thing, I suppose. I had a great deal of success with this commander. Just playing lands off the top is pretty good from the command zones, like an Oracle of Moldiah. So I don't know if the scrying setup thing is better, but you do get to, I suppose, draw more. This also costs 3, so you can play it on turn 2 a lot more actually consistently. And that's really, really good. But you do have to play some weird cards to just trigger scry in the first place. It might offset that. But we shall see. But yeah, there's a bunch of random scry cards. I want the cards that kind of scry all the time and not just quote-unquote one time. I think the repeating scry is a bit more useful. Maybe I'm wrong. There's this thing too. Whenever you scry or surveil, you draw. There's Opt, which is definitely a one-time scry, and it's an example of a card that scries and doesn't actually set up the top of your deck for your commander. I'm playing, I think, 3 Tempt with the One Ring cards, and I could just go down to like 2. These 2 are fine. I think I have like a bounce spell one too somewhere in here, like this one. I don't know if this one is that exciting. If I don't have another creature, then I can't even scry 3 anyways. Like, is this good? I have a creature, I have my commander, and then I have this. Like, I don't know, but willing to try. I'm playing this because the new set comes out tomorrow, which is The Hobbit, and we're going to play the One Ring. Or Lord of the... Wait, what was the name of the set even? Lord of the Rings? I don't even actually know. I think it was just Lord of the Rings. But yeah, the next chunk of Lord of the Rings comes out. A set I'm actually excited for, so... Yep. Let's try Season of Growth. Whenever a creature enters... I don't have a lot of creatures in my deck. You know what? Let's put it in instead of Opt. There we go. Alright, let's play the game. I'm sure this isn't, like, perfect. But... Oh, that's another thing, I suppose. I should say, if you don't complete all your quests when a new set comes out, they go away. You get 3 quests when a set comes out, so you want your quests to be empty on the new set day. For anyone who didn't know that, or, you know, anyone who cares. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, wait. Cantrip, maybe? No. No idea. No clue. Let's get... I hope I have Breeding Pool in here, thank you. Alright, Commander. You're in. Now I have to scry. Or it doesn't do much. The Planetarium? Oh, well, I have to look at it. I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar. Okay, my opponent cracked a fetch land and then didn't do anything. Enters within a leader tap or target creature. Okay, yeah. That's fine. Interesting. Let's play that. Land. Come on. Land. Land. Thank you. We did it. We did it. I can pack it in. We're free. Alright, now I swing for 3, I guess? I think this is the first time I've ever seen anyone activate Tony Stark. One, 2, so it costs 5? It costs 5? Which they do have 5 mana with the Mox Ember, right? Okay. I don't... Oh. Alright. Suppose that's fine. I'm probably never dazing turn 1 ever, so... I'm not even gonna read... Well, I'm gonna read it. Other factors, you can the target creature... Okay, that's interesting. Let's play... that, I guess? Chrome Dome. Thoughtcast. I'll daze that. I'm going to argue that's valuable, especially if my opponent's willing to do it before they cast their commander. I'm going to say that's important to them. They can, now they can know the top card because I can't shuffle again. That's hardly a big deal. They might not even crack that because it is an artifact. Nope, they do. Rofellos. I can cast it. Is that better than anything else? I only have 1 forest. I think I'd rather just play Oracle here. Honestly. And then, like, swing with it and play my commander next turn. Rofellos tapping for 1 is kind of lame. Alright, everyone else under the sun gets Oracle to just find the perfect card. So surely that means I can. Surely. I'll swing before I play the land. It doesn't really matter, actually, what order I do this. That's not a land. I think I'm just going to get rid of that. I'll always just say yes. And then I'll play that. Same scenario. Keep that on top. Okay, I did something. Now I have to do more of that something. I'll upkeep search. Surveil. What the heck does that do? Other artifact creatures you control attacks. Alright, is this like a Steel Overseer deck? Is that what's going on here? Feels like a Steel Overseer kind of situation. That? I can do better. Well, actually, it does scry and draw cards. Maybe I don't have to do better than that. I can't swing anymore because, of course, I can't. Okay, I should blow this up, actually. Yeah. I should always blow up Iron Man. So, I can swing, even though I really don't want to blow it up with this card. Such is life. Let's crack this fetch land now. Get Spaghetti Pool. Swing. Don't want that. Blind Reveal. It's a Farsight. Let's play Rofellos, I think. Yep. Has more mana even... Ah, whatever, I'm playing it. Karn. No. How do I beat the One Ring? That is certainly in my opponent's wheelhouse. Okay, they're not tapping the One Ring this turn. Oh wait, they have a land anyways? Okay, they have a land anyways. They are tapping the One Ring. I was about to say, I feel like tapping the One Ring is pretty significant here. The One Ring has capacity to solo me, so... Let's play this first, I think. That's interesting. That's not... This is kind of interesting. Might be too late for it. I don't know, it kind of does what I'm trying to do. So, decline, reveal, and then play this again, and then play the Maze Mind's Tome. Swing. It feels really, yeah, all right. It was wrong to keep this. It just feels wrong. It should not have kept that. Should not have kept that. And then I'll probably just draw off of the tome instead of scry, which is roughly the same. If I scryed a land into play, I don't think that matters that much. It's basically just me versus the One Ring. The One Ring just kind of nullifies their commander too, because it's like a better version of it. I really like the idea of my opponent not enjoying Rofellos for some reason. I feel like I've been benefiting from them being scared of Rofellos when I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already have 9 mana. Interesting. Can you even tap the One Ring? You take 2. Alright, I guess they can. Take 3, 2, 3. No, it's not lethal. They do not attack me. I think it was free to attack me. I don't know if it would have gotten anywhere, but it certainly felt free. Let's play you. You. Draw a card. Okay. Well, then I don't have any mana. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this. I can't activate this anyway, so. Alright, we're gonna do this, and I now have to do the manual spadoodle thing, and then I swing at them because of the One Ring. And that's a land. So keep that on top. You first. Wait, what? Why is it doing it the right way this time? It did not do that last time. I don't know. Fairy Seer. Well, I might as well cast that. Yep. In the deck for a reason. Those are both cards with text on them. Alright, I have a Brainstorm. And my opponent can't tap the One Ring and has to deal with my board. They cannot tap the One Ring, they have to deal with the board, an extra turn doesn't do it. How do you do all of that? I'm sure it's possible. What does that do? Okay. That stops my attack. Wait, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it does. No, wait, no, it doesn't. 1, 2, 3. They have to play another creature. Alright, now I can't do anything. Or rather, I can't attack. So let's play you. Think that kills him? Kills him doubly? I just get rid of that thing and then they die? Emrakul. Well, we like that. Tragic. And then I swing with the 2 attackers, and then, assuming all goes well, they just die to the One Ring. Oh, hey. The fact that this costs 5 still with this many lands in play is not a good sign. Not a good sign. And then play you. Green. I don't know if there's anything my opponent could ever do to stay alive here. But I might as well make the best of it. Tails in, Stifle. Sure. Does that keep you alive? Birding counters are 0? No, I didn't think so. No. Some cards in some text lines will, like, that will save you, because it will see that it's, like, it doesn't have any when it's in the graveyard type thing, but this is not one of those cards. I couldn't tell you exactly what that is, but this just isn't one of them. Oh, play versus draw. Play versus draw. Coming in clutch. Play versus draw. If I was on the play, we'd be big chillin'. I'm not. I might want the castle. Maybe. Midnight clock. I'm probably going to counter that while I can. Mole Man. I have a land in my graveyard and it leaves behind problems, so I think I'll do that instead of my commander. I also don't really have a good scry thing to do, so. Okay, my opponent just got annihilated. They had the perfect opener. I mean, again, play versus draw was how they were able to do what they did. If it was the other way around, this game would look very, very different. But still won anyways. Opponent mulliganed. Okay, exploration. Exploration with a mulligan is kind of rough. Not gonna lie, it's actually really rough. That can deal with Utopia Sprawl. I drew one of the very few cards where Haywire Might would now be good. But it's still fine, though. It doesn't necessarily do that much against me, honestly. It's kind of just neutrally getting rid of something that wasn't a big deal to get rid of. Let's play this. Let's play Fetch Land. Have to grab... Oh, I'm going to want a second blue source at some point. Alright, get in there, random 3/3. You know what to do. I assume they will always get rid of the Utopia Sprawl. Only has 2 cards in their hand. Only have 2 cards in their hand. Sure. I wonder if it's actually better to get rid of a map token. Probably not, but it is funny. Alright. That was a good draw. Eldrazi. Let's do this. Let's get rid of that. And I think I would like to diversify. Doesn't really matter, honestly. No, I'll just do this. It's fine. Emrakul. Alright, well, it's not quite where I wanted it, but there it is. Existing. My opponent only has 1 card in their hand. That is a 4-mana artifact. Alright. We're the ones not in the top deck mode for once. And we have essentially game-ending problems in hand. What can be done about top deck? 4-mana artifact is pretty good here, honestly. Okay. That means I can't draw a card, I think? Yeah. Oh, they still swung. Really? Okay. Sure. Is that a good idea here? You can recast it. Alright, yeah. No fetch land. Just cast Lumra. Another giant problem. You know what? I will swing with the Mystic. I will swing with it. They can't block it. Or if they can, they're really not interested in it. They can crack the Hedron Archive. Surprised they didn't last turn. Opponent just top decks Portal to Phyrexia, because of course they do. The Bonnie doesn't have text on it, but Kama's in the graveyard, and I can't stop it. Ulamog doesn't stop it either, so... Play my commander and Scry with... Oh, can I even do both? No. This happened last time I played against T'Challa. They just top-decked Portal. Like one of the very few cards in this deck that are a problem. And actually, there's a lot of times where this doesn't actually do anything, because I don't have a randomly milled Kama in my graveyard. Maybe Emrakul's still good enough, I don't know. Well. If I swing, they can tap it. They can double block Indestructible Trade? No, I don't think I can attack, because T'Challa won't die forever. Although T'Challa dying forever doesn't really matter anyways. Like, I don't have a good attack anyways, and yep. So I take Haywire Might to kill the portal. Opponent draws that, which does kill their Kama. Let's tap you with this. Let's float a green. Do that. And then kill Kama with this. And I will draw 2 off of their card. What is the 10 rings? Max hand size is 10? Okay, so that's just always happening. They can't swing at me. I mean, you have exactly 10 minutes. Oh, it's 8 mana. Oh, never mind, it's not 10. It doesn't matter how you cast this. It actually doesn't matter at all how you cast it. They don't have to manually tap there. Okay, they did not play Llanowar Elves, but they do have a way to tap a creature anyways, so that doesn't really matter. I draw nothing. I can find Ulamog, but then I can't use Ulamog. Let's animate Echoing Caverns, so if it dies, I can, like, reuse it, sort of. They can tap one of these. Again, there's nothing I can do about that. And I think I just pass. Well, another glorious top deck. They would have had it even if I did not crack the thing I cracked. Whatchamacallit. That does not give trample. At least I don't think it gives... Yeah, it doesn't get trample. Opponent does not attack me. Okay, well, that was weird. Let's bounce the ring. Let's find... I believe this is Ulamog. I have protection from instants, so they have to have something... Yeah, alright. I don't really know what they could have other than that ring thing tapping the Eldrazi thing, so... Sweet! We actually did it. We beat the... This happened last time. Actually, I think I played against this 2 times before. In both times, it just, like, top-decked one of the very few explosive artifacts that it can run. But this time we had a really interesting way to deal with it. I think most of the times, it would not have been that smooth dealing with the, what is it, portal? But it was that time. And this is a strange one. Like, this is actually an example of what I'm talking about, where you don't actually have a lot of insanely scary, problematic artifacts to exploit these things. So you're just playing stuff like this. This isn't bad. It's not bad, but if you're like a green-white deck and you just have like ramp spells and discounters and, you know, suppose a few removal spells, maybe even a few board wipes, this isn't the scariest thing to happen to your opponent when you play it. Especially when you don't actually get access to the cards the turn you cast it, for the most part. So it's not that scary. It's still good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not crazy, right? It's no Emrakul at 8 mana, which, like, this sometimes is just 8 mana. It's not that crazy, but you just got to play something to justify all these Vibranium tokens. And Portal is probably just the best one, and I always see Portal every time my opponent has they get to 9 mana, they just have the Portal. But this time I actually beat it. I also happen to have this in my graveyard, which I'd say a lot of the time I wouldn't have this actually in the graveyard. So the bounty's gone forever. And if this ever got milled, I would have lost my graveyard. So there's like lines where Portal wouldn't have been that crazy, but Lumra just happened to make it crazy, and I happened to deal with it. And apparently my next card was Uro. How do I know that? Oh, it's because of the Prismatic Vista, right? I gotta read this. Scry 3, then reveal the top card of your library if it's a creature. Do I play that turn? I think I do, actually. Lotus Cobra and Rofellos. Why not? Do I play Lotus Cobra or do I play Rofellos? I only have one forest. Guess I played Lotus Cobra though. It doesn't really matter which one I play, honestly. Doesn't feel like it matters. Okay, yep. Wonder what that means. Let's grab a forest. Yeah, if they stack their deck, they wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, the deck was stacked for them. Again, only one forest. I can get a second one. But I don't really have a great turn next turn. The fact that they had to think about Mind Stone is losing my voice is concerning to me. Let's play around problems, I guess. Tap. Wait, tap you? Like that? I don't think that really matters, but that's what I did. Yeah, this plays around what I think was them contemplating a counterspell, because they didn't play Mind Stone instantly, and that doesn't... There's not many things that could mean. Nazgul, sweet. Yep, no Skewed Swarm. I haven't played Skewed Swarm a single time. I'm kind of surprised this plays colorless, whatchamacallit. This has Death Touch, right? Yeah, this has Death Touch. Ramp spells here. Kind of surprised. I feel like you don't have to do this anymore, given the amount of stuff in the game. I should have read Sauron further. I didn't even know if it was uncounterable. I just sort of sent it. Wow, they do swing? Okay, wait. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's play you. Fetch land. Let's play this thing. Scry 3, real top. If it's a creature or land, draw. It's a creature or land, draw. Creature or land, draw. So like that, this goes away. I draw this. And then, yeah, alright. So I do this, that. Draw that. Stack it like this. Draw that. Reveal a random card. Land? Oh, it's Skewed Swarm. Everybody hold their breath. Which I don't even know matters because I already have Sapling Nursery, but it certainly feels good. I have to read this again. Ward sack a legendary artifact creature. Amass Orcs 1 when I play a card? Okay. Okay, we're in. Let's do stupid stuff. Don't care about the Orc army. This doesn't matter. And we pass. My opponent might have to be the one with a board wipe. Maybe. Sort of. Don't care about Nazguls, right? Not really. Oh, I guess I do care about Nazguls. Oh, yeah. Alright, never mind. Wait, how do you... Ward sack a legendary creature or artifact? So if I target this... No, I'm still not gonna do that. Opponent got rid of some pretty good cards there. Okay. Shoot. We take that. Okay. They can't do the Sauron thing now. Opponent gets... Whenever you cycle or discard another card, put a 1 counter on each... Wait, opponent, you just got rid of the card you tutored for. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? That was weird. Suppose I'm just gonna do that. They just got rid of the card. I mean, they could... Well, I mean, it's all random, so they don't actually know. No fetch land. Yeah, this is a pretty miserable draw here. Let's grab this, I guess. It doesn't really matter. And then I don't think I can attack, so... I have Cyclonic Rift, which most likely gets countered, even if they're randomly discarding their hand every turn. Okay, I mean, they can keep discarding 4, drawing 4. Well, if they want to reanimate stuff, they don't have cards. They keep randomly getting rid of their hand. So it doesn't seem like that's what's going on. They did it again. Okay. They tutored for a card and then got rid of it. In a context of just looting away their whole hand all the time. Okay, there are only 4 more Nazguls. There are only 4 more. I can do it now, and then what? They, like, don't activate Sauron? But, yeah, no, it doesn't matter, because they'll just continue to do it anyways. Well, none of them have trample, so... They can only do the Nazgul loot thing the last Nazgul. So... People keep saying they're trying to reanimate creatures. That doesn't make sense, though. They're just looting away their whole hand. They're not playing to that plan. It doesn't look like they are. If I do this... 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, yeah, I'll do this. And I guess I'll name Eldrazi, which maybe matters. I don't know. Opponent knew this was a possibility, but see how important that is. I drew a land. Lovely. So, more Skewed Swarms. More 3/4s. And still no attack, really. Unless it's a one-shot, there's no incentive to swing, like, once. Yeah, they keep wheeling their hand. So they can't play consistently to any one thing. Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, that might not do a single thing this entire game. I don't know if I draw... Oh, I actually do have Matoya in play. Shieldred would have been gaining a lot of life. That would have been nice, maybe. Okay, another Tempt the One Ring card. Are we just looting once more? What is all this pan into? What's the stage? They got rid of another good set of cards. Zombify. Alright, now there's a problem. Now whenever they do their thing, I get hosed. This is -2/-2, so I should do this now. My opponent's hand is random. All right. The blowout is real. The blowout is real. Look at it. Look at it go. Look at it, look at it go. Yeah. They saw half their deck. I don't think I've ever seen Sauron with Nazguls. I don't know. When I played it, I didn't play with the Nazguls, but that's pretty cool. I like that idea, I suppose, but, yeah. I don't know if Bowmaster... My opponent's probably just playing the same thing I'm trying to do, is just play a Lord of the Rings commander because the Lord of the Rings set is about to come out. But, yeah, Bowmaster is not really doing much, and I guess it makes sense to put this in your hand anyways and still loot it, but if my opponent just didn't do that, they could have just played it for 5 and then just started doing their thing faster. So they just didn't do that. Also, are they just dead? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, they are actually just dead. All right, what was wheeled away? That would have been really good. This, technically that, this, that, this would have been good. Oh, this would have been really good, actually. It would have been getting like 16 life a turn or something. 8 life. No, 10 life. Oh, yeah, actually more than that. More than that. That would have been good. There definitely was reanimate stuff. Valgavoth is in my opponent's deck. Removal spell would have been solid. These would have been good. This actually would have been maybe too late. This was good. They had that. Yeah, I mean, they got rid of cards that played just to continue to loot. All right, love it. Funny. I'd be rather blown away if my opponent had the Dark Realms in their deck. Just a smidge blown away. I kind of doubt that, though. I think they shouldn't have discarded the card they tutored for. That's what I think. On the draw again. All right. I'm not going to cultivate. I refuse to flare this, assuming it will die or something. Wow, look at that. I get to untap with a bird. That's world first. Let's get, I think, 2 islands here, actually. Alright, I have Pock Fetch Land. World first. World first. I don't even know what this does. When this creature enters, choose a white creature in your hand. It gets offspring. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I can't play around a counterspell. I mean, I actually can play around a counterspell, and I think I will. Yeah. I don't care if this gets countered. Okay, it didn't get countered. Kind of upset about that. Let's play that. But that might be a good sign. They crack a clue token, and same thing as last turn. Beginning of your end step, up to now, it's a 1 target artifact you control and 1 creature. I don't even know what this is. Exile up to 1 target creature. Its controller seeks a creature card. Do you even get rid of my commander? This is very dangerous. This is a nutty card. Alright, they do. I'm not sure I would do that. They can do that again. Play this. Play that. And pass. I do have Breeding Pool in my deck. I think it's like the only way to cast this here. think. This actually just... It does just straight up deal with anything I do, so... You control, return that creature. Okay. Return that creature. Shoot, does the copy come in? Okay, it does. Let's grab you. Alright, I gotta read this. Okay. I'm just making sure that's exactly what I think it is. Alright. They have it again, but that's fine. I would actually kind of enjoy the idea of cycling my Hawk at this point, so that seems pretty good for me. Same with another random creature like this. I would like... No, my commander. Definitely my commander. And do I want to play Castle or this? I think I'll play Castle. And then I'll play Palantir. Right? I can pitch Oracle to Force of Negation if I even need to do that. And I will swing. Because again, it's just going to get exiled anyways. But yeah, I think this is really good for me. And I can't keep this because they'll just mill. They'll just mill. Doesn't matter. Land. Dang it. Awful card. Anything I can do about it? I can upkeep Scry it away. Because Seek doesn't shuffle. Again, I think this is the right thing to do. I want these two creatures to be something else. I think this is the right thing to do. In fact, I think my opponent should recognize that and maybe not let me cycle these two cards. Okay, that's, well, not particularly scary right now. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, I gotta read more of this? Stun counter? Okay, sure. I got scared. I was like, my opponent scries 3? Wait a minute. That goes away. Does this deal with that? No. So I'll keep that. Let's get rid of that. Excuse me. And then play this. And I guess I play this. And then Oracle. I think. Kama's not really doing anything given the Polymorphist, and neither is Craterhoof. But they could argue this is another 2 cards I just don't care if they get turned into a different creature. No and no. Oh, that was 4 cards that were not going to be very useful. You have like Ephemerate or something? What are we holding 1 mana for? Ephemerate's, as per usual, one of the best cards in this deck. It's not Ephemerate. Opponent really is not hesitating doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not dead. Sure. What does this do? Draw a card? Oh, it bounces permanents. Oh, whatever. Lock there. What do we think that card is? I have no idea. I can cast Uro out of the graveyard. Right? Is that good, though? Is that better than anything else I could do? They can flicker... They can flicker that, though. Maybe I don't cast Uro? Because they cast their commander and then, like, bounce the dig through time? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not lethal. So I should leave up my answer to what my opponent has to deal with my thing. Opponent just took a great deal of damage, which, you know, don't matter too much in this spot. They drew a land for the turn. Very unlikely I die here. What does that do? When it enters for each opponent, put one target non-land permanent that represents on the top third from the top. Alright. No. Okay, so now I have to think. Never a good sign. None of these are completely immune to my opponent's stuff. I can get Scute Swarm, but then I don't have a way to get... Oh, yes, I do. Scute Swarm... Primeval Titan? Scute Swarm... Lumra is even better? This is a very good way to defend myself. I drew a land, too. Pretty nice. Alright, now they need something to get rid of all of this, which is maybe very difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tailson coming in hot. That's 7. Is Craterhoof lethal on its own? Not, wait, it is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 5. 13 plus 5. 13 plus 5. 13 plus 5. I can do it. I can do it. 18. 17. Opponent is dead. I didn't even have to play defense. They're just dead. Well, that was not how I thought I was going to kill my opponent, but that actually killed my opponent. Alright. Yep, it was 100% correct to not cast Uro. I think maybe in a lot of spots people would just cast it there. That was a spot where I really shouldn't. It just doesn't matter. They can fairly reliably just deal with it by casting their own commander and then, like, exiling one of these. And well, they do have to deal with the Defense of the Heart, so Uro might just live the turn cycle, but that doesn't get me very far. I much prefer to, you know, just do something like this. But yeah, I actually killed my opponent there too. Crazy. All right, I'm done with that deck. I'm going to play Rowan until I complete the Black-Red quest. I don't know. Death Touch Ward, get 5 poison counters whenever another creature you control dies. Each opponent sacks a non-token creature of their choice. Beautiful. Deathrite Shaman. Okay. With a fetch land. You got it. Play my commander? Care about nothing? It counts as a black and red spell for my quest. Deathrite Shaman. I love it. I want this card back in Modern. They have another fetch land. Oh, they also milled the land. Alright, Deathrite Shaman always having the sauce here. I don't know what this is, but I'm sure it's a black card. No, it's not. Okay. There's no way you have a fight. Death touch. Wait, what? Death touch ward gets 5. All right. I mean, I like it. I suppose I'm all in. That top deck was probably one of the best draws in my deck. Right there. Probably one of the best things I could have drawn. Do this. Dark Ritual. Unfortunately, I'm kind of out of practice, so I don't... I might whiff this. Might fail. Let's see, I got 4 mana. I cast this, I do that, and do that. Alright, I think I got it. I think I got it. I love this deck so much. Oh, this deck is so cool. Reanimate. Wait, no, not reanimate. Necromancy? Necromancy. Put a card to your hand. This one. Alright. And then this almost always wins the game. We shall see. I cannot play Shieldred. So, just send it. Oh, hey, it's Grape Shot. This monk doesn't feel great here. I think I draw again. I can do it one more time. Peer is good. Coveted Prize is a 1-minute tutor. Let's find something that costs not that much. Tendies? Can I play this? Discount of 3? Okay, I think that's enough here. Grape Shot. Target my opponent. Yes! Yes! Alright, I get a bunch of... this is cast or copy. So you get... I get like, what is it? 6 or 7 treasure tokens. And then from there, it's 100% to win. I can peer. I can tutor. Oh, this deck is great. That was a turn 4 win. That top deck fetch land is how I got away with that. Beautiful. Like, I think it's fine. I should probably go all in here and just start with Grief just because of Ragavan. See if it matters. Sleight of Hand, Brotherhood's End, Flashback, Agent of Spaghetti. Alright, that blocks... Sorry, opponent, just get that going. It blocks this. Taste the rainbow, opponent. Taste the rainbow. See? Isn't that great YouTube content? Don't you love Ragavan? So I can Dark Ritual my commander next turn, but that doesn't really do anything. That doesn't really do anything. Let's have an early Shieldred. I very, very rarely do this, so why not? Alright, look at that. What's better than Ragavan? Shieldred, apparently. Okay, so I will say that I probably said this last time. I actually forgot. Every time I forget I played something, most likely that means it was really bad and I had played this a year ago and totally forgot. I've seen other people play it even a couple times recently, and it sort of just did the blue-green thing and the Scry, their entire text box, just like didn't matter. But I think I don't know if I've lost to it having seen it recently, but it does seem like it's just worse than Uro and probably worse than the Ninja Turtle thing I was talking about earlier, where you just play lands off the top. Oracle of Moldiah in the command zone is better than Oracle of Moldiah in the command zone, but you need to scry to do that. Like, I think the Ninja Turtle is just better. It might even just be really good. I know it was good in the midweek thing where I played it, where every creature in my deck was a turtle. So, like, all your creatures are changelings was the midweek thing. So you could just play, you know, infinite turtles. And I don't even know if that mattered. I think just simply casting or playing lands off the top was just a lot better than any creature I could have found most of the games I played with it, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this should just be here, and I think your deck is automatically better. I mean, you have to play a goofy Fortnite card, but, you know, it's here to stay forever. So it is what it is. Yeah, this just doesn't work. I tried a lot of random scry cards, and as I played more and more, I took more and more out because they are far and away the worst thing to have in your deck. They kind of do something if your commander's not alive or in play, but they really don't do a lot if your commander isn't in the game. So they have to be, in my opinion, sort of a heavy scry, like a scry 3 for 1 mana and scry 3 for 1 mana. I think it was a 2 mana one. Or they have to continuously scry all the time, right? This scries every turn, every turn, every turn, every turn, so on and so forth. This just draws from all of that. Oh, excuse me, this one does. With the amount of scry I had remaining, I might have even had just too few to even run this, right? But at that point, it's like, oh, why are we even playing this commander? You'd have too few cards to trigger it, but there's just not a lot of good cards at all. Really, the ones even in this deck don't feel that good. Scrying in general is not really that good. We don't have Crystal Ball. That would be a really nice one. Or what is the other one? Not Crystal Ball. It's like a buyback. It's one of my favorite cards. I just love it. It's Sprout Swarm is one of my favorite, probably my favorite card of all time is Sprout Swarm. And it's the blue one. It's like Scry 3 buyback for 3 mana, so it's like a 4 mana every turn you scry 3 or something like that. It's like a buyback spell. That would be nice for this deck as well, but no, we don't have it. And that's just a slower thing, right? This commander shines very well in multiplayer, but here, not so much. No one's going to give you time to do this, so what you have to do instead is just ramp right past your opponent and then cast the giant dumb things. The counter, it's the same issue I had with Uro, where like having interaction with counter spells and, well, any other kind of interaction in that way or whatever just got in the way of just, it is ignoring them, right? Ignore them. Just go faster than them. Play more expensive cards too quickly and they can't do anything. That just seems better, and it seemed better here again. This is not only worse than what I think is a Ninja Turtle, I think it's worse than that. It's worse than Uro. Like, even if I swapped the commanders here, I think, even having just played Uro, I think Uro would just be better in this deck list. It just didn't really work out. There was that one thing that we tried for a second and was also just really, really, really bad. This is not good with counter spells in your deck, and even with a critical mass of expensive cards, you have to like have them on top. And you can't really control the top of your deck. I mean, there's like Worldly Tutor, I guess, and the Mystical Tutor. But it's this, just because you scry doesn't mean it's that much better than simply cascading. Like, what is it? Maelstrom Wanderer, my first commander of all time, was Maelstrom Wanderer. It's like cascading is about as good as just whatever this is going to do. Cascading for, you could say 7 mana, because it's like 6 to cast and 1 to activate, so it's kind of like a Cascade 7. I know it can hit more than that, but there's not a lot of cards in this deck that cost more than 6 or 7 anyways in this deck. And you have 6 mana to cast this. You can just cast 6 drops. You don't even need to cast free things, right? I would almost always prefer this just be Lumra, and then I can just mill a bunch of lands or something and then ramp into 11 plus mana and start casting Eldrazi out of my hand, right? This doesn't cast anything out of your hand. It's 4 mana away from Omniscience, so you might as well just play Omniscience. It just doesn't feel like you play this and then you scry on your turn and do something. You scry on your opponent's turn and do something with a different card, and then you scry on this and blah, blah, blah. Like, that doesn't feel good at all. You're just better off playing a green ramp deck that just casts the giant dumb stuff instead of like hope they're on top to cast them. Especially, yeah, like Brainstorm can set it up, and that's kind of it, really. Right? If cards are stuck in your hand, you can't really put them on top that reliably anyways. You could like maybe draw a discard with some blue cards, but that doesn't put them on top. So yeah, this is just super, super unreliable. Also, counterspells don't work with it. You can get a counterspell and line it up with the scry spell, but okay, that's the entire Lego set just all put together already, and now you just put the, cherry on top of it. It's you've already doing all this crazy stuff. That's just way too much. But I did get it to trigger in a one turn cycle both times, like my turn and my opponent's, and both times it was awful. Even with my commander in play, this is really bad. You should always say yes to this, even if you don't know the card on top. You should just say yes. There's not really a reason to ever say no and hide the card. Just say yes to it. But if you ever play a card like Chocobo or Oracle of Moldiah, or again the Ninja Turtle, you're just gonna play the lands off the top without needing to scry. There's cards that are like that just do that, right? And one of them goes in the command zone. You don't have to scry to do the thing. The ring tempting you need another creature and this, and a card that tempts the one ring in your hand. There's not a lot of cards that do that. I was running them, and just like the scry cards, I started taking them out. They seemed really bad. I probably had the same conclusion last time I played this, where I started with like tempt the one ring and bad scry spells, and then I slowly took them out. And here I am a year later doing the exact same thing. Probably. I'm not going to go back and watch my own video, but probably that's what happened. Doesn't surprise me. So yeah, you just want to like, if you ever take a counterspell out and replace it with a rant spell, I would say that's probably a good idea. And it's not wrong to do that, even though the free ones are pretty solid regardless. Just going more into the green thing is better, and the scry thing is really, really not good. It's only gotten harder. It's been a year, right? It's only gotten harder. It's never gonna get easier to do this. The scaling of every archetype is going to be a lot faster than the scaling of the scry archetype. That's not going to get a lot of cards every set that, support. This is not going to get a lot of support every set. Maybe specifically with the next set. I haven't looked at the Hobbit cards. Not really that hard, but I looked at a few of them. This is, maybe there's scry in there. I don't know. But yeah, you just can't get away with this. It's just not getting away with it. Especially with cards like the alchemy one that taps for 2 mana. It plays into your deck way better than this does. I will say it did feel, yet again, I was on the draw a lot. And when you're already playing something like this and you're kind of on the back foot, and if you don't have a 1-drop and you're on the draw, maybe you just have to mulligan every time. I don't know. And if that's the case, maybe I just need a Boiler Grazer, Kami, Burgeoning, and Exploration? Maybe they just have to be in here. Because, again, being on the draw in no 1-drop and a commander like this it's already like a 10% deficit to the matchup percentage. And it feels really bad. But it's not as bad as Felia. Felia was really notable here. But yeah, I don't know. This is cool with Scute Swarm, but you know what's even better with Scute Swarm? Just playing lands, right? You don't need to scry every time you get a Scute Swarm trigger, and then like your commander's in play, so you get a land each time, and then you trigger it again, and then you effectively have, if you get decently lucky, will just go right up to 250 tokens, and then have like 250 scry triggers, and you can just put every land in your deck into play and then pass the turn, and your opponent could just sweep the board and you have all the lands in your deck in play, and that's cool. But you don't have to do all that. You can just play Scute Swarm and be like, oh, you have to answer it. If you don't answer it, you lose. I don't need the Season of Growth. But yes, the Season of Growth with your commander would ideally let it happen faster, which is nice, but that's A plus B plus C plus D, because you need lands. You need 3 cards, and you need lands off the top. Scrying 1 over and over. So, But, yeah, it's all right. I will say, of all the cards in this deck here, this thing, I've never seen this, and if I have, I don't remember. But this is pretty good. I probably will start to play this land moving forward. It just wasn't something I knew existed, and now I do. This is pretty good. Like, you name Eldrazi. Honestly, because of this card, I could probably just not play Ulamog at all and then always hit Emrakul with it. That might be something there, or what you would call it, like Hour of Promise can find it, Primeval Titan can find it. Like, it's a pretty good way of finding something, right? Like, you play one card of its own creature type so that you can always find that one card if you want. And you don't even have to do that. You can just name something else. You can also animate this with Earthbend, and when it dies, it resets. So I like this card a lot. I'm really surprised I haven't seen it. It is slow, but it's not like that slow. And a blue-green deck just enjoys those kinds of things. So that was a really good card. Good to know about, at least. But yeah, just as an example, just take out this, or like summon Bahamut, whatever the creature type of that. I think it's dragon, and then boom, there you go. You just always have it. But then, maybe you don't play Bloomvine Regent because it's also a dragon, and there's like ideas there. I don't know, but yeah, not really there. It's just isn't there. Honestly, I would have almost always preferred if like Palantir was in my command zone, but you can't do that. That would be kind of cool though, but you can't do that. So it is what it is. The next set comes out tomorrow. So everyone buckle up for that. I don't know if I'm going to play tomorrow, but yeah, so I'll have a wide range of new things to play, and I have a ton of currency because I kind of got over the Marvel set really quickly. There were a lot of interesting Marvel ones, but I kind of ran out, and I didn't want to play anymore, so that's what that is. All right, so let me know what you thought about this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.